Hello, this is Too Many Hobbies, and we are doing a gameplay demo and tutorial and virtual unboxing of Season Ticket Football. Season Ticket Football is a play-by-play, full play, I guess you'd say, football game, American football, for if you're a non-American. And it is made by the same people who, for the PC, make Baseball Mogul and Football Mogul. Same people who do Season Ticket Baseball. I like Season Ticket Baseball. Not a big baseball fan, but I liked it. And so when they heard that they were going to be doing a football game, I said, well, I got to get in. I got to get on to this. They've got a Facebook group, Season Ticket Football Facebook group, highly recommended. I post there a lot. People post, ask questions. The designers there, they've been doing a beta there. You can even download some beta teams maybe still, but you really don't need to since the game's released and it comes with certain teams. In fact, what I'm showing right here is the free download. You go to not the Facebook group, you can get the website from the Facebook group, but just type in Season Ticket Football, Season Ticket Baseball. It'll take you to the website. You go to the website. Everything I want to show you here, the rules are free. The rules are completely free. You get some sample teams. The seasons are $19 a piece. At least that's what, right now he's got like 1970 to 1990. I know there's more out there because during the beta he released more. There's going to be more. But right now this is what you can get for free. Okay, it obviously comes with the rules. There's basic rules and advanced rules. I'm going to show the advanced rules in my gameplay demo. So there you go. Anyway, you get the rules. You get sample teams 2019. You can see what you get. Basically, it looks like the AFC playoff teams. You also get some sample teams from 85. I have to say, I've been playing a lot of the 70s. This does, I've played both. I've played old, the 72 Dolphins, you know, hand off the ball, hand off the ball, hand off the ball. I played modern games. It does equally well with both. Just as an overview, I tend to believe this is I don't want to say it's simple because it's raw. Because it still has, it gets you all the details. It gets you all that stuff. It's easy. There might be some more, well, that play happens once every 500 plays. And another game might do that. Well, this one might not. It comes with some, a few little resources, some play-by-play sheets if you want to print them out. I can't say right now. I can't remember. You go to a website, you might be able to buy hard copies, but it comes PDF. You download it. And like I say, you get the rules, some sample teams, some score sheets, but the heart of the game is right here. You got your advanced rules, which this is just, really this isn't the rules. This is just I kind of look at it as like it's a cheat sheet. You could quickly look at, okay, what do I do? I'll show you that. And then the heart of the game is the reference cards. You get the offensive plays, which is inside run, outside run, draw, screen, short pass, medium pass, long pass, and something called pressure. We're going to go over all this. I'll show you exactly how all these cards work. You get defensive play cards, bump and run, deep zone, short zone, pass blitz, rush contain. I'm going to show you how. I'm going to show you. Then you get kickoffs, punts, pooch punts. onside kicks, punt returns, breakaway is a special chart for big gains, and then it's got a solo play call chart. In my opinion, this game is built for solo play. I think and like a lot of games, I think it can be done head-to-head. I personally don't think I would like it because the way it plays. I'll show you more of that. But I think you could try playing it. So when I come back, I'm gonna have a game set up, and we're gonna start playing a game, and you can see this. Get to see it in action. All right. So what do we got here? This is an Excel score sheet that I've used. I'm not going to go into it a lot right now because it would make this video a lot longer. I have other videos for my Excel score sheets available, and this is available on the Season Ticket Football Facebook group. Yeah, that's quite a bit to say. Season Ticket Football Facebook group. Yeah. This is available for free. A couple things here I'm going to show you available for free. This is one of the free teams you get, the 2019 Buffalo Bills. It is free. It's kind of neat how he does it. You can see what they did, passing and kind of the receiving and yards and average, and you get the defensive stats, so you can look at the team and you can kind of see their stats. You can look at the overall team and see the overall team stats. The team, they get a play calling modification. I'm going to type this in real quick. This is how I play my games out. Okay. Now, and here's how. Not every single player is rated, okay? He went through and he did really the ones that are important. You get 4 wide receivers, and it says there's some, tight end too. Well, he might not have been a tight end. He might have been a fullback that just caught a couple passes. But you kind of get a feel for it. But these aren't exact. Okay. RB1, 4 running backs, two tight ends, 4 wide receivers. Look, that's going to be the majority of your team right there. Okay, 2 quarterbacks. And then an offensive line has ratings. And then you use a green D20. Some of the play calls you'll see, they will tell you this is the player that gets the rushing yards. But when they don't, you can just ignore that and just roll on this roll. And you've got who catches it. Then you got catch plus, which is for your longer gains. And then, of course, your rushing column. Players are rated in their rush. The quarterback is rated in rush, how well they evade a sack. Their accuracy, their deep throwing. A lot of players have a fumble rating. If they don't have a fumble rating, it means they can't fumble. Then they have a speed rating, which only really works with the breakaways. We'll see how that plays out in a minute. Basically, it's a chance. The higher the number, the better chance they have of breaking one for a really long gain. And then quarterbacks have a control number, which really revolves around, are they going to throw an interception? A low control number means they'll throw more interceptions. They'll throw more incomplete passes. You get your rush, power, receiving, deep. We already talked about fumble. Okay, then the offensive line is rated for rush, power, pass, and how well they protect. And all these numbers come into play. You roll your dice, determine what the play is. You roll your play result dice, you look at the cards, and it'll refer to one of these numbers, and we'll see how that plays out. On defense, again, you got 5 defensive linemen, 5 linebackers, 5 defensive backs. I mean, that's 15 players. That's a lot of your defense. They're rated in tackles, sacks, cover, ability to cover, and cover pass defense, basically. How well they intercept, and maybe their ability to strip the ball. Field goal kickers. What kicking range? They get a bonus to their kicking die roll. The higher bonus means they got a better chance of making the field goal. Punters, they have a added yardage. They have a distance at which they can start to pooch punt. Then they have a pooch punt rating. Should have said this before. The higher rating, better. 4 is average. So T.J. Yeldon, average rushing. Devin Singletary, oh my Lord, 8 and 7s. He is good. 1 is okay. 0, you're not going to succeed very often. Maybe 1 time out of 10 if you're lucky. A dash means they can't do it at all. So if something, I don't know how it'd work out, but let's say it called for rushing, Tommy Sweeney's rushing ability, he's automatically going to fail. So like Julian Stanford, if he needs to make a tackle, he automatically failed making the tackle. Punters, like I said, let's get back to this. They have a pooch punt ability and a blocking ability. Again, the higher the number, the better. The only place the higher the number isn't better is on the fumble rating. And you can see the fumble rating here. You want a low fumble rating. Like Frank Gore is not going to fumble. T.J. Yeldon, if you have to check for a fumble, just hit. You roll a D20. If it's this number or equal to it, or this number or less, he's going to fumble. So chances are, you can even say if you have to do a fumble check, T.J. Yeldon's going to fumble 65% of the time. Anyway, you get down here and you get kick returners and punt returners. They add yardage. They have a speed rating, and then they have their fumble ratings. And that is a team sheet. Buffalo is kicking off first. And I'll show you this is how I set up my games. Don't want to do that. This is actually how I play out my games. Okay, there's Buffalo up. And now we got Houston here. Houston is the home team. They're going to be getting the ball first. But we got to put in, what is their play calling? +2. So basically, exactly the same as Buffalo's. Plus, you'll see how it works, but a plus means a bonus is more pass, negative number is more run. Now, this is a file I have made. I took, if you were going to do it, I showed you the play call cards. Reference cards. They come in this PDF here. They're all, they all come in, there's 2 sheets of these. These are just the defensive ones. And you'd take them, you'd cut them up if you're going to do it, if you want a actual physical copy. I took them and kind of digitally cut them up and put them into a file. And this PDF is available for free from the Season Ticket Football Facebook group. Whew. I know that's a lot. Now I use Ballstat. www.ballstat.com. Google it yourself. Look it up. So we're going to start off with the kickoff. Then we'll come back to plays and how that works. Now, so Buffalo's kicking off. We know they're kicking off from the 35-yard line. Who's Buffalo's kicker? Steven Hushka, yeah. I know I probably just massacred that name. He's kicking off. And this is really innovative. I have to admit, I think this is really innovative. So I got my kickoff chart here. And the game revolves around a red D6, a white D10, a blue D10, a green D20, and a yellow D20. So I got D6, D10, D10, D20, D6, D10, D10, D20. Okay? The D10s are always read 0 to 9. There's no 10. Any D10 is always read 0 to 9. So the way kickoffs work, now I'm going to play with the advanced rules, which the advanced rules is this yellow D20. Okay. But I'm going to do a kickoff real quick to show you how the game, how you do kickoff, because I think this is so innovative, because you make one roll, it does the kick, it does the entire kickoff, it does the kick, it does the kick return, one roll, you don't have to roll anything else. You're going to roll, and if now this doesn't show the advanced rules of rolling a D20. I'm going to do that here, but you roll the red and white, and that's going to look up the kick. The blue is going to help you look up your return. The green die is going to tell you Buffalo's kicking. It's going to tell you who's returning it, which basically it's DeAndre Carter's returning the kick. So we'll roll right here. We roll a 40. Now the yellow die is 8. Now I play with the advanced rules. With the advanced rules, I add fumble checks, penalties, video reviews. I've made a injury chart for injuries that it's homebrew. It's available for free from the Season Ticket Football Facebook group. I'm going to from here on out, I'm just saying Facebook group. It's available on the Facebook group. So 1, we'd be doing a fumble check. 20, there'd be a penalty. 7 and 13 are video reviews. This is a rule he just put out. So it's an 8, it's nothing. So we go down here, 40, but we got to look. This is the 2023 season. We're going to add 30. So it's in the 70. That's a touchback. Okay, there we go. So we know they're going to be getting the ball at the 25-yard line. Houston will take over at the 25. There we go. Okay, now, because see, we got to add this right here. 40 plus 30 is 70. But let's say we did. Okay, well, then we go, it was received at the blue die So it had been received at the 7-yard line. Well, okay, who's doing the kick return? Number 9, DeAndre Carter's doing the kick return, and he's going to go 10 plus the blue die, 7. That's 10 plus 7 is 16 plus 6, 17. That's 23. 23 it received at the 7. They'd be starting at the 30-yard line. So you can see right here, you only have to roll once. You roll once, it does the kick and the kick return, and you just look at where you're at. Now, you notice breakaway. Breakaway is signified, let me type it out here. That right there, B in it, capital B in an exclamation point. Exclamation point. We'll see that up. But basically what happens is, and you see it right here, this one great thing about his rules. You roll the red die, the white die, the blue die, add the speed. So let's say he got a breakaway. Let's say he was at the 7 and he got the breakaway. Well, you roll, so that's 1 and 8 is 9. 9 and 3 is 12. 12 plus 4 is 16. He returned it 16 yards. But you see, when you get into higher numbers, it quickly escalates very quickly. So let's say I rolled this right here and he had a 10 speed. Well, that's 9 and 3. 9 and 3 is 12 plus 10. That's 22. It would have been a 22-yard return. Let's say I was using this one and he had a 10. 6 and 9, 15 and 2 is 17. 17 and 10, 27. I would 70, 79 minus 2. He returned the kick 77 yards. Breakaways have the potential. And when I first played the game, I was really worried that breakaways would get carried away. It doesn't work out that way. So, Houston's got the ball, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is where our play selection chart comes in. The offense, you're going to roll the D6 and D10. Defense is just rolling the D10. You notice it says plus bonus. What bonuses are we talking about? That's where our play call comes in. On 1st and 2nd down, you use the team play call. On 3rd or 4th down, you use these numbers right here. So 3rd and 1, team's probably going to run. 3rd and 5, a little bit more for the pass. You might still run the ball, but you're probably going to throw the ball. If it's 6 or more, you're going to be throwing the ball. Okay, and you can see right here how the chart works out. So let's do our first play. Okay, now if the game is tied, so Houston is going to add 1, and the bonus goes for the defense too. You think about it. If it's 3rd and 1, and the offense knows it's going to run the ball, well, you know what? The defense knows it's going to run the ball too. So the bonus, so you know, chances are Buffalo or Houston here is going to throw the ball just a little bit more. Not much more, just a little bit more than they would on average. The defense knows that too, so the defense gets that bonus too. So we added them up. Oh, I want to re-roll that. Okay. Now so 4 and 4 is 8. Plus 1 is 9. You go here. So it's going to be a short pass. I like writing down what the plays are, because if I don't, I'll forget. Versus 1. 1 and 1 is 2. The defense is calling a rush contain. A short pass is by 8 to 10 yards, something like that. In the rule book, it actually lists the exact kind of yardage you're looking at. Now, you notice I rolled all these dice too, and this is why I like doing it, because I've already got my advanced die. Is it a 1? No, we're not doing a fumble check. 20? No, we're not. Not a 20. There's no penalty. This is going to be the player if it's needed, but the play result, these are called play result dice. One red D6, white D10, blue D20, 54-7. Go to my short yardage chart. Look right here. 54 says use the defensive card. So, will you do that in a minute? Now, so let's say it was a 61. Well, it was a 6 plus the blue. So 6 plus 7, it'd be a 13-yard pass. And you see it right there, who did it go to? Use the catch column. This is Houston's ball. So use our catch column, be 12, right here. DeAndre Hopkins just went to the Chiefs. I'm a Chiefs fan. I'm very happy about that. So DeAndre Hopkins would catch a 13-yard pass. Up here, let's say it was, I could look at the art. Now here's one, and it tells you. This is an example of the game doesn't tell you, so you have to use the finder die. Here the game tells you RB2. RB2's reception is a 7. Okay, and right here, you can see if the rating is equal to or less than the blue die. Or, yeah, if the blue die, if the rating die is greater than, I have to say it right. If the blue die is, if the rating is greater than or less than the blue die, it works out for the player. So RB2, if his 7, it works out. 6 plus 7, he would get a 13-yard gain. On the other hand, Carlos Hyde, his receptions rating is 2. So if we rolled an 11, look at RB1's reception, 2. The blue die is 7. Nope, blue die is higher, pass incomplete. But in this case, we're looking at the defensive play card. Defensive play card is rush contain. You do not re-roll the dice. We're going to keep this number right here, 54-7. So now we're looking at the linebacker 2's, Buffalo Bills linebacker 2 ability to play coverage. He's got a 5. He can't make it. He can't cover good enough. And now you notice there's a double asterisk. This is the catch plus column. 12, Will Fuller. Up. Will Fuller. What did he catch? A 10-yard pass. And Houston has a first down. Okay, next play. I don't even go back to this. You get to memorize them. 12 plus 1 is 13. That's a medium pass. 5 plus 1 is 6. That's a short zone. Medium pass versus the short zone. Look at my medium pass chart. 11. Defensive pass interference, and you see right here, 12. It's the 12 plus the blue die. The blue die is 1, so there's a penalty on Buffalo. If I could type here, DPI of 13 yards. This is how I do it. I keep track. I didn't do timing. I'll go back here and show you timing. Undo. There we go. Messed it up. So, but they're going to have, what is that? Another first down. That'll be first 10 and what? They're 48. 13, yep. 48. Timing. Every play takes 5 seconds. And then there's a certain amount of time in between plays depending upon what it is. So this play, 5 seconds plus 30 seconds. 5 seconds for the play, 30 seconds in between play. That's 35 seconds. I'll be right back. Hello, all right, sorry about that. Anyway, okay, timing. 5 seconds per play. Now, this is advanced timing. And they've got some rules. I never use it. It's like just 30 seconds per play. I always use advanced timing. Advanced timing, 5 seconds per play. And then if there's no clock stoppage, 30 seconds. The play took 5 seconds, but then the clock stopped. So play only took 5 seconds. Okay. What am I, my ball stat? There it is. So back again. New play. 6 plus 1 is 7. 7. This is an outside run. Going to get to see our first running play versus a 5. That's bump and run. So outside run. 1, no fumble. 1 would be a fumble. 20 would be a penalty. The play result dice say 17-1. So 17 O-line rush. O-line rush. Now here's where we got to look. Does the O-line's rush beat a 1? And the O-line's rush is a 5. It beats the 1, so the rating is higher. If the rating wasn't higher, it'd be a 0. There would be a no gain. But the rating is not, the rating is higher. The Houston O-line blows a hole wide open, and number 12, who's number 12 on the rush, Carlos Hyde, is going to run through the hole for a breakaway. I like making note of that. Okay, now we get to see our first breakaway. Okay. We've already kind of done one, but now we can see it for real. So he's going to add roll +4. So we're going to ignore all these other dice. All we're rolling is the red, white, and the blue. That's all we're going to roll. And there's 10 and 7 is 17. 17 plus his speed of 4. That's 21. Carlos Hyde just went on a 21-yard tear. And Houston is moving the ball. Again, 35 seconds for the play. There was no clock stoppage. So 30 seconds, so 35 seconds went by. And Houston is driving down the field. Let's see here, 48 and 21, that's 68-31. I've gotten where I love football. I can do football math very quickly. That's what I call that, football math. Okay, 1st and 10 after Buffalo 21. Still first down. They ain't even had to do a second down yet. 1 and 3 is 4. 4 and 1 is a 5. Remember, we're adding 1. So it's a 5. And that is an inside run. Less than or equal to inside run. 9 plus 1 is a 10. Deep zone, pass blitz. Okay. There it is, blitz. Now you notice we got a 1. Now remember, this is advanced rules. Okay, normal rules, you just roll in dice. Well, we'd go to our inside run chart. Look at 40. And then the blue die's a 9, 40. So the O-line's power... O-line's power, he has a 3. It's less than the 9. So if the rating was higher, they'd gain 3. The rating is not higher. So they 0. 0, use the green die to find out who. Carlos Hyde. He's kind of tired after that 21-yard run. He gains 0. That's all you do for the basic game. And then it'd be 30 seconds. But we're playing by advanced rules. You roll a D20. They call it the disruptor die. I don't like that name. But that's I guess that's the official name of the die. But 20 is a penalty, 1's a fumble check. So now we get to see what a fumble check is. So first thing we look at Carlos Hyde. Carlos Hyde has a fumble rating of 6. If it was a dash, it means he could not fumble. Okay? So now we're going to re-roll. We're just going to look at this yellow die right here. If it is a 1 through 6, he fumbled. If it's a 6 or less, he did fumble. It's a 4, Carlos Hyde fumbled the ball. Might have our first big break of the game. Okay, now we got to find out who recovered it. And it's the one thing I like about this chart. We have one chart. It tells us who recovered it. It's also going to tell us, can they advance the ball? Can they return the ball? Can they do something with it since they've recovered it? So we're going to look at the 3 top dice. You roll red, white, and blue. So we're looking at these 3 dice right here. 52. He fumbled it out of bounds. Oh my goodness. Lucky. He was trying to cut around the corner. It was an inside run. He popped it out, got around, the ball went out of bounds. The Bills could not get a hold of it. Now, the ball went out of bounds, but the way the rules are today, it's still a full play. We get our first second down. Now, if let's say we'd have rolled this number right here, or no, let's say it would have been this number right here, and the blue die would have been a 5. So the DL1 would have recovered it. That's Trent Murphy. And then you look down here, recovered by defense, a 5, 0 through 6, no return. The ball carrier can recover it. Okay. And let's say we'd rolled this right here, 17-8, RB2. So Carlos Hyde's running the ball. He fumbles it. Duke Johnson picks it up. An 8, recovered by offense, still not a return, no. Basically, the blue die just tells you, can they get a return on the ball? And the white and red tells you who recovers it. So we're back to 2nd and 10. Go back to our play chart, play selection chart. 12 and 1 is 13. That's going to be a medium pass. 9 and 1, 10. That's a blitz. Medium pass versus the blitz. Most, I don't know a real percentage, but I'm going to say 75 to 80% of time you're going to be looking at the offensive card. And just because you go to the defensive card doesn't mean it's bad for the offense. So anyway, we're right here. It's a 13-5. So we're looking at the wide receiver 1's deep. Wide receiver 1 on a deep. He's got a 3 that is not equal to or less than the, it's not equal to or less than the 5, which means we're going to look right here. It's a pass incomplete. Deshaun Watson trying to who was he trying to hit? DeAndre Hopkins, deep, and he throws an incomplete pass. The play takes 5 seconds. The clock stopped. That's all that's used. Now we have our first 3rd down. Now remember, we've been using these play calls here. This is where we're going to use this chart right here. 10 yards to go, 6 plus. So we're going to add +6 to both the offense and the defense. So 3 plus 0 is, that's 3 plus 0, that's a 3. So a 9 is a short pass. 9 plus 6 is 15. That's a deep zone. Now, if let's say I'd rolled a 9. 9 plus 6 is 15. Then it goes situational. Then what it's called is going to depend upon the yardage to go. Okay? So short pass versus deep zone. We go to the short pass chart right here. Blue dice is 17. That's a nothing. No change in anything. 34. There it is. Okay. We're looking at the quarterback's accuracy. His accuracy is a 6. 6 does not beat the 9. Deshaun Watson throws another incomplete pass. If you want to see who targeted, you can look this up. I would just use this for a chart. Here's trying a short little pass to Carlos Hyde. Trying to dump it off. Couldn't do it. And it's 4th and 10 from the Buffalo 31-yard line. Now we'll get to look at how field goal kickers work. This is working out really well. We're going to come down here. I'm going to massacre this name. Kami Fairburn. Okay. Let's look at our field goals. Field goals. There we go. This is our field goal chart. So we're rolling the red, the white, and the blue, and we're adding the kicker's bonus. We're also, because we're playing by advanced rules, we're going to roll this right here. If it's a 20, or no, I'm sorry. If it's a 20, if the yellow die's a 20, maybe there's a penalty. If the yellow die's a 1, there might be a blocked kick, which I realize I do not have. I'm going to have to change my charts because it's not in my chart thing. That's fine. All right. We'll go through both just so we can say we did it, just in case. But I got to bring up my chart. This is the rules. There we go. Okay, so we look here, it's 31, we're going to add 17 yards, so it's a 48-yard attempt, which puts us right here. So we're going to roll these 3 dice plus the kicker bonus needs to be 17 or better. Now 48, he's got a plus 6, so on the dice, we need 11. 11 plus 6 would be 17. That's good. So we need 11. This is something I added into my charts because I like to know. So we got about a 67% chance of a good field goal kick. Well, let's find out. Looking at these 4 dice right here. Okay, not going to be blocked and there's no penalty. 11 plus 7 is 18. He doesn't even need the bonus. 18 plus 6 is 24. That's higher than 27. Connie Fairburn has put Houston up 3-0. Now let's say that was a 1. It may be blocked. Now we go. I'm going to go back and look right here. On a roll 1, re-roll, if it's less than or equal to the block 30, that's the punt. Okay. Moment check field goal, re-roll, if it is less than or equal to the block chance, the kicker's blocked. So this is a 48-yard field goal. So it would be blocked on we will roll this number right here. Now, like I said, we roll these dice. We're trying to do a field goal kick. We've got a 1. Is it blocked? We're going to re-roll. 10 or less is blocked. It got blocked. Okay, add 5 to the blue die, so that'd be 12 to determine the location. So 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage and landed, and then we go use the fumble recovery chart to find out who recovers it, can they advance the ball, what happens there. A similar method is used when you punt the ball. Now, we ain't had to do a punt. First off, when you're doing punts, you have to decide, are you punting or are you pooch punting? Now, you notice these kickers, the punters, have a pooch punt kind of distance from within they can pooch punt. Okay? And let's say we're going to pooch punt. We're going to roll these 4 dice again. You always roll the advanced die if you're playing by the advanced rules. Okay? A 1, it may be blocked. And this is our rating number. So Corey, yeah, that name right there. He's gonna punt, and it's not a 1, so there's no block. It's not a 20, there's no penalty. 3 is the blue die is higher. Blue die is higher than the pooch. 18, so it went out of bounds at the 20-yard line. Well, on the other hand, it could have been caught at the 14. Okay. This distance number only adds to the physical distance. It doesn't add to the die roll. So, I don't really know on pooch punts. It says it adds to the, so maybe it's at the 16 and the 10. I think I would go by this chart. I don't know. This is something I'm going to get on the Facebook group and ask. It's a good question to ask. Punts, if it was just a regular punt, 18, 33 yards, plus the punter's distance of 4. It went 37 yards and it was caught. I can look here, who caught it? This guy right here. If he's punting, it's going to be this. It's going to be DeAndre Carter. He caught it. Now you go to your punt returns. Now, you can, in certain circumstances, let the ball bounce. I think if it's a fair catch within 8 yards of your end zone, or if it's within 5 yards, if it's caught within 5 yards of your end zone. You can let it roll and hope it bounces into the end zone. But let's just say it's a return. We're going to roll the yellow dice. If there's a penalty, you may fumble, and then we'll get the results. So a 22-3, 22-3. Here we go for a 3 plus 0, 3 yards. There's a fumble check, and he's going to fumble. The punt return yards are only added. The return yards, kick returners, when it says add the return yards, is only added when it says return yards. They're the return yards. Let's see here. You got your penalty charts. We need to show that. So let's say it's 3rd and 10. We roll a medium pass. And we roll out the O-line protect. Well, you go over here and look. Let's say the blue die's a 3. Buffalo Bills O-line protect is a 4. It's greater than blue die. They're going to complete a 20-yard pass. Let's say it's not. Let's say, so there it is. We got a 6. O-line O-line protection is 4. It's a 6. They did not protect. The quarterback went under pressure. We go to the pressure chart. This is about the only time where you will re-roll. 99% of the time you do not. You roll dice once, that's it. Here we're going to re-roll the play result dice. 20 with a blue 3. 20 with a blue 3. The quarterback's evade. Josh Allen's evade is a 4. That's higher than the blue die. He evades the sack. Because see, it would have been a sack if he wouldn't have evaded, and he throws an incomplete pass. Josh Allen's legs keep him up. Okay. On the yellow die, you roll it with all the play result dice for advanced rules. 1 is a fumble, check. 20 is a penalty. And he's recently introduced, the rules are on the Facebook group. They are not in the actual version 1 rules yet. Video review. I'm going to go over this because I have to admit, I was kind of, as a solo player, I was kind of skeptical, but it's real good. First off, let's say we got a 30-yard touchdown pass. Okay? All touchdowns are video reviewed. Okay? So what we're going to do, okay, the defense has to decide. The offensive player, obviously, they're not going to want to review the play. So the defensive player has to decide whether they want to review a play. Touchdowns, scoring plays, turnovers, all these are, they all decided, they're all done automatically. Scoring plays, turnovers, safeties, they're all automatically. And all the other times, it's challenge flags kind of situations. So, but let's say it's a 30-yard pass, it's a touchdown, it's going to be automatically reviewed. I'm sorry, I'll be right back. Okay, so how you do it, how you do a video review is, first off, you got to decide, is the play going to be reviewed? It's a touchdown pass, we're going to automatically review it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to roll a D20. And this is kind of, how bad is the call? How bad was it? The higher number means the worst call. A 20, the ref is blind. So 4, this is a really good call. He got 2 feet in. Okay, chances are he got 2 feet in. Because what you're going to do now is you roll these the 3 play result dice. The red D6, the blue D20, white D20, and the red D6, white D10, blue D10. Remember, the D10s are 0. And for the play to be overturned, they have to be below the play call number. So 6 if 19 is not less than 4. The touchdown stands touchdown. Okay. But let's say it was a 17. Okay. On the field, it's a touchdown. 17 is probably not a bad call. Goes in for automatic video review. 14 and 216. Nope, it's overturned. Take the touchdown off. It's incomplete pass. Okay. Now, the way this works in the game is obviously for modern seasons, you have your touchdowns, your scoring plays, your penalties, or not your penalties, but your safeties. They're automatically reviewed. And any other time, a coach can try if it's a 7 or a 13 on the white dice. So you're rolling your play result dice here. I use these 3 as my play result dice. Let's wait. It might take a while until I get us. There's a fumble. You see, it don't happen very often. You got to have a 7 or a 13. 7 favors the offense. 13, I just missed it. It was a 7. I saw it. Okay, anyway, 7 favors the offense. So, and you can, depending upon what the play is, okay, they can, the offensive player could throw the challenge flag. Okay, wait. I wouldn't do it on first down, but let's say it's 3rd and 6, and it says we gain 5 yards. Okay, if there's a 7, I could say, wait, I want to challenge that spot. Okay, so you roll your D20. How bad is the call? It's 11. Hey, this could get overturned. It may get overturned, it may not. So then you roll your 3-play result dice. It's got to be 11 or less. That's an 8. It gets overturned. Add a yard to the spot. They respot it. It's a 6-yard gain. First down. On the same chance, the defense, if it's a 13, okay, let's say it was the 6. And hey, and this is why, if it's a 5-yard gain and the 7 comes up as defense, the result is always going to be, if it's reviewed, the ball's always going to be respotted by adding a yard. Defense, no, we don't want to challenge. We don't want to do nothing. Even though it's a 7, we don't want to do nothing. But let's say it was a 13 on the yellow die, and the play result die said you gained 6, and that's what was needed for the first down. You may want to, hey, this is an important 3rd down. I want to challenge. You do the same procedure. Okay, this time 14. That's not a good call. 14 is not a good call. We're going to re-roll the dice, and actually you could use my field goal odds dice here to look up what are the odds. The odds of a 14 or less. This is the percent chance of getting an 8. So you got about a 60% chance, if I'm reading this chart right, of getting a 14 or less. No, you got a 40% chance, 60% chance, basically, of getting a 14 or less. Chances are this call is going to be overturned. 13, 14, it's less than or equal to. I think that's the way the rule, equal to or below. It's overturned, respot it. They only got 5 down, 5 yards on 3rd and 6. Yeah. And you can see some of the results here. This page right here does not come with the downloadable rules right now. You need to go to the Facebook group, Season Ticket Football Facebook group. You can download this page. Eventually, right now it's kind of out being play tested. Eventually, it will be released. Okay. Excuse me. Oh, I apologize for that. Okay. Another thing going on. I think this is a little bit of the advanced rules as well. Late in the game, last 2 minutes, last 5 minutes of the game, does the ball go out of bounds or not? Okay. What happens on an out of bounds play? This is where you can use this D20 to determine what's the play. What was the play? It's a 13-yard pass. Did it go out of bounds or not? Did the player get out of bounds? You can kind of use an out of bounds chart. We covered kickoffs, onside kicks, pretty simple. You're just looking at who gets it. You roll your 3 dice, 10 plus, let's say, 10 or less, right here, receiving team received it. Even if it was before 2018 and an onside surprise, receiving team got it. That's the other thing. On these play calls, you do not add them together. So in other words, you notice how I did it up here? It was 3rd and 6. I did not add their +1. You either get the +6 or you get the +1. I did field goal, interception return. I mean, it's pretty much self-explanatory. This is a really simple game. It flows really well. This was supposed to be a quick, and I'm an hour into it. I'll come back. I think I either have up or I will have up some more actual gameplays where I will do a little bit more playing actually, but that's it. That's the whole game right there. It's simple in the execution, okay? And it flows really well. I mean, it flows so well. The only thing that slows me down is that I keep track of everything and keep stats for everything. But it flows real well. You'll get to the point. I'll be honest with you, I don't ever even go to that. I don't ever go to it. I don't need to look at play selection. I roll the dice. I know what it is. And you get the bonus. The only thing I got a problem, and that's why I always put it up. What's that team's bonus again? But there you go. All right. I'll be doing some more videos. Have a good day.